I had taken time off from my job to go to an interview with a prospective employer in DC that morning. We had heard that the first plane hit, but both he and I assumed that it was an accident with a small personal aircraft. The two of us then went into the interview, and like all interviews, it was pretty cloistered. No information goes in or out for the duration. It was unusual timing to be in a shadow of information. It wasn't until we were done that one of the peers of the manager came in to tell us about the second plane, and at that point, we knew something serious was happening. I left the office as both managers were transfixed by the radio. Part of me still assumed that it was a freak navigational issue, like a compass inversion. My then current workplace was on the other side of DC, and I was expected back there later in the morning. Naturally, the news was all over the radio, but additionally, I could actually see the smoke rising from the Pentagon as I passed. Being on the Beltway, I saw at least one convoy of 6 black SUVs, apparently escorting an official to a protected position. I would not have wanted to be in their way. On the way back, exits were being closed by the DC police to prevent access to certain parts of town. But the most unsettling aspect of that trip was hearing the Air Force jets flying air cover in an attempt to suppress whatever was going on. The roar of jets in combat position overhead is not a sound you expect to hear in a US city, and it really drove the point that we were about to enter a new era. After I got back to work, most folks were sent home, but the rest of us listened to the media to try to get a handle on what was going on. For a while, there were up to 20 planes that were unaccounted for that were presumed to be hijacked and heading to their targets. CNN was the most reliable news outlet on the web, as they had turned off their ads so their pages could actually load. One of my coworkers, he was a consultant and was actually expected at the Pentagon that morning. He was unaccounted for a while, and we were concerned until we learned that he had been stuck in traffic while getting to his appointment.